Well, good afternoon. Thank y'all for being here. This past Friday, Mr. Gundy and members of various activist groups took to the steps of the Police Memorial Building to speak out regarding what they characterized as police misconduct by various members of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Specifically, Mr. Gundy alleged JSO misconduct during a traffic crash investigation that occurred on December 3rd, 2023. While this agency will always support citizens' rights to free speech and free assembly, we will also speak out against such free speech when it's categorically false and aimed at fostering public distrust in the police. Mr. Gundy's gathering was not about sharing the truth, but rather about pushing an anti-police narrative in the public discourse. As I will detail, body-worn camera footage which captured JSO's interactions with the complainant, in this case affirmatively disproves, point by point, the allegations she made against JSO officers. While I'll only be showing you excerpts of this body-worn camera footage for the sake of brevity, the full appropriately redacted body-worn camera footage is now available to the public and the media on JSO's transparency page. Transparency, as I've said before, is the foundation on which trust is built and by which the police and public partnership is cultivated. As such, it is a cornerstone of this administration. As JSO's leader and as a proud servant to this community for 32 years, I have vowed to be forward-facing and open with the public that we serve. Whether the information shared reflects well on this agency or not, I have, since my election, told the public exactly what is going on within the agency. I think everyone knows that and can see it. When there are allegations of officer misconduct, our agency thoroughly investigates those allegations. When all allegations of misconduct are sustained, we hold officers accountable. Accountability for officer wrongdoing is very essential. However, equally essential is speaking up when citizens launch factually false and agenda-driven allegations of misconduct. In response to Mr. Gundy's allegations of police misconduct on Friday, JSO immediately, and I mean immediately, launched an administrative review into the officer's conduct. The administrative review of the officers in this case found no misconduct of any kind. In fact, as I indicated, a full review of the body-worn camera footage pertaining to this incident disproved the allegations launched by the complaint. Before I delve into the individual allegations of the misconduct raised by the complainant and how the body-worn camera footage disproves them, I want to share some background information about this incident for context. This incident was a single car crash on the westbound lane of I-10 at the intersection of McDuff Avenue on December 3rd, 2023 at 1:46 a.m. The Florida Highway Patrol was the investigating agency. JSO only arrived on scene after both FHP and JFRD were attending to the complainant. JSO remained on scene for the limited purpose of managing traffic around the crash area. JSO's direct interaction with citizens was largely focused on maintaining the immediate area of the scene and preventing a secondary traffic crash. When Mr. Gundy called on the complainant to speak on Friday, she made several allegations against officers. First, she said that JSO officers yelled at her during the incident. As you will see, the JSO officers had limited contact and direct interaction with the complainant. As FHP was the investigating agency and paramedics were surrounding the complainant who was seated inside her vehicle. Really, the only time a JSO officer spoke directly to the complainant was to encourage her to consent to transport by rescue to a local hospital for medical care. So this accusation of police misconduct is disproved by the body-worn camera footage. Second, the complainant also stated that JSO wrongly conducted a DUI investigation against her. Specifically, she said officers accused her of consuming alcohol and/or illegal narcotics and made her conduct a breath test on scene. This is categorically false. No truth to it. Neither JSO nor FHP conducted a DUI investigation against the complainant. FHP, as the investigating agency, drafted the Florida traffic crash report. Nowhere in that report does the trooper state that he observed any signs of impairment on the complainant's part. Moreover, JSO only conducts breath tests of adults in DUI investigations post-arrest and inside the Duval County Jail. Roadside breath tests are only conducted when a juvenile or a commercial driver is suspected of drinking and driving. Upon full review of the body-worn camera footage, you'll see that no JSO officer requested or completed a breath test of the complainant. As such, the body-worn camera footage affirmatively disproves this allegation of police misconduct. Third, the complainant stated that her mother was refused access to her on the scene. As you'll see, the complainant's mother drove into the immediate area of the traffic crash investigation scene. She was permitted on scene and to speak with the complainant. In fact, one of the JSO officers on scene asked the complainant's mother to encourage the complainant to consent to hospital transport. As such, the body-worn camera footage affirmatively disproves this allegation of police misconduct. The complainant alleges that JSO failed to adequately investigate her traffic crash, specifically alleging that JSO did not get the driver's information of the other vehicle involved, nor did JSO write a report about the incident. As stated earlier, FHP was the law enforcement agency in charge with investigating this crash. As such, FHP, not JSO, drafted the Florida traffic crash report. There was not another vehicle on scene that was involved in the crash. As such, FHP, not JSO, characterized this as a single car crash. You will see in the body-worn camera footage that the complainant's vehicle is the only vehicle involved in the crash on the scene. As such, the body-worn camera footage affirmatively disproves the complainant's allegations of misconduct. Finally, the complainant made various allegations that she was treated poorly, like a criminal by JSO. I strongly urge members of the public and the media to review the full, appropriately redacted body-worn camera footage that is on the transparency page. You'll see the officers' demeanor throughout their interactions with the complainant and civilians. They are mannerly and respectful in both tone and language. They do their jobs professionally and capably. Yet again, the body-worn camera footage affirmatively disproves this allegation of officer misconduct. I'm now going to play a video that includes the complainant's statements to the media last Friday and excerpts from the officer's body-worn camera footage from the incident. Again, I am only showing you excerpts now for the sake of brevity. However, all the body-worn camera footage that exists for this incident are now available on JSO's transparency page. This video will begin with the complainant's statements to the media on Friday.
Good morning. My name is Imogene King. On December 3rd, I was driving to my cousin's house. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. A car swerved into my lane, and it caused me to hit the median on 10. Somebody found me on the side of the road, passed out. My leg was gashed open from the bottom of my knee to the middle of my thigh down to the bone. I was bleeding out, and then the only thing I could think about is call my mom. When I called my mom, it was my auntie, but I gave them her number when they woke me up. A sheriff's office pulled up, and I'm sorry.
Take your time. Take your time.
They were yelling, and they were accusing me of drinking. They said that I needed to take a breathalyzer test. My mom, which is my auntie, she's right there. She was trying to get to me, and they told her no. It was other civilians over there with me, and all I wanted was her. They wouldn't let me get into the ambulance, and the EMTs was trying to tell them that I needed to go because I could bleed out of how much blood was on me. My head went through the windshield. I still have a mark, but it's healing. I had cuts everywhere. My ankle was messed up. They still held me up. They said they had to do a breathalyzer test on me before I could get into the ambulance. And I was like, why do I have to take a breathalyzer test? I didn't do anything wrong. I don't drink. So he did the breathalyzer test on me, and it came back negative. I wasn't drinking, and then he accused me of being on drugs. And I said, I don't do drugs. So the EMTs kept saying, hey, we got to take her now, and she's going to bleed out. They finally let me get into the ambulance. When I got into the ambulance, it took me a long time to get to the hospital because they were trying to get me stable. They didn't know if I was going to make it. When I got to the hospital, they thought they was going to have to amputate my leg because it took me so long to get there. They ended up saying that I saved my own leg by wrapping a towel around it. They didn't understand how I knew to do that, but I guess because I watched TV.
Yeah.
So I tied my own leg up to try to stop some of the bleeding. They didn't know if I was going to make it to the next morning. While I was in the hospital, the sheriff's office came back and they did another breathalyzer test on me while I was totally out of it, and they questioned me, but I don't even remember that. The only reason why I know is because a nurse told me what happened. That they said that, do you remember the sheriff's office coming in here? They did a breathalyzer test and they talked to you, and I don't even recall that. They didn't get any of the lady's information on the scene. She was saying that she was so sorry. She didn't mean to hit me, and all they did was focus on me. It's no police report. It's not anything. It's no record. Only thing is a crash report with one car. I felt like a criminal, like I did something wrong, and when I hear people yelling, I kind of freak out because I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I never thought that I'd go through something like that. I don't really like to talk about it because it kind of breaks me down. But I just feel like that I was a victim and not a criminal in that situation, and I should have been treated better. Because I don't have a record. I've never done anything. And that just hurts me really bad. But
Y'all needed to hear that.
I know.
That's just one of many.
I know.
Do you mind if I ask you? I'm so sorry for what you had experienced there. Do you mind if I ask you, with everything that was said here today, the plan to talk to JSO, to talk to the sheriff, do you think that would have helped if that was in place before what happened to you? Do you think this could really make a difference so this would never happen to anyone else?
yes, I think that it'll take their protection down, where they think that they can do anything to us and not have any consequences because we're looking at what you do to us. You got to report. Everybody's going to say something, and you can't get away with it.
So what did you do afterwards? Because if there's no report, I mean, unfortunately, it's kind of like how would anyone believe you unless you speak up and say what you're doing right now?
My auntie, she called the sheriff's office. She talked to their superior to report that to them, and they said that he was in his rights.
Do you know the officers who were?
I'm not sure of the name of them. It's no report.
Another
So-
crash report, but y'all can do that. Y'all can find out. That's why we wanted you to hear this. I'm telling you, there's more stories
Yep.
that you don't know about.
Do you like those officers to be held?
Yes, I would like them to be held accountable because you can't just do that to people. You're damaging them, their future on how they respond to stuff, what they go through. Like, they just got to do better.
You were being told to get in the ambulance because you had these injuries, and they were delaying.
They were delaying it. They wasn't letting me in. I was in the hospital from December 3rd to the 21st.
Do you know the results of the breathalyzer?
It was negative.
All of them were negative, both times. They shouldn't have taken the second breathalyzer,
Yeah.
but they could have taken the breathalyzer when they got to the hospital, but put her in the ambulance and get her to the hospital, and then let the people. The doctors and the nurse said they shouldn't have been talking to her because she was sedated.
Yeah.
But they did it anyway, and they took the breathalyzer. And the Florida Highway Patrolman showed up. They would not turn the case over to them. And the lady who hit her, there's no record of her. So I got to be honest. People lie, right? JSO lied too.
Yeah.
Okay, so this should have not happened to her. That's dehumanizing. And that's what we're talking about. That's why we're here. We didn't have to be here. We were trying to talk to him before we got to this point. And like I said, we got others. I got written reports of how they miss people. I mean, it's just bad. Thank you. Appreciate you. Love y'all.
So now what we'll do, you'll see excerpts from the officer's body camera footage. And as you'll see, this footage affirmatively disproves the false allegations of officer misconduct made by the complainant in the recording that we just reviewed.
Hey, ma'am. Hey, no, ma'am. Come here.
My child over there.
Okay, well let JFRD do the thing. Ma'am.
Sir, what would you do if it was your child?
Let JFRD do what they need to do. Okay?
My child is up there.
JFRD
Do you not hear me?
Did
you not just leave somebody in that vehicle to get
That's my child.
So get it
She's
over
on
on
the
the road.
She's finna move the car. She's moving the car.
You've been told you're about.
Ma'am.
Just wait right here, okay? Let JFRD do their thing.
She's moving and everything. She's fine.
They're going to take her to the hospital. It's probably going to be best if you just go ahead and head on down there here as soon as they get loaded.
Which hospital y'all taking her to?
They're probably going to take her to Shands. I'll confirm with them before they leave, but I just need you to calm down right now. Let them do their thing, okay?
Okay. Isha, did you find her phone? Oh, no, it's in the car.
Mom.
Yeah.
No.
Y'all going to Shands, right?
She told us not to touch her till her mom gets.
Oh. Mom's right there. So.
But I didn't see exactly how she got her accident. All I seen her lights, and since her car is black, I had to really drift my truck around just so relax her up there. She said, when she told me she
Above the knee, man.
that's her.
It's like it started at the knee and went all the way up.
They won't let me come over there.
I told you that you should come.
They won't let me.
So no. Let them.
I need her by me or I'm not going.
Okay, well.
That's not how this works.
Well, I
We're in
don't
the middle
wanna
of the
go.
interstate.
I'm not going.
Imogene, get in the police car. Imogene, get in there. Get out the car. Do you hear me talking to you? They not gonna let me over there. You making situations hard. Hello?
Hey, tell her you'll meet her at Shands so they can get her out of here and get her
I'm
treated.
telling her to get in
Yeah,
there.
tell her you meet her at Shands.
So I'm gonna meet you at Shands Hospital. Get in the please go with them. Okay. Hello?
I'm assuming you're taking her to Shands.
I guess so. I haven't seen any insurance anywhere, haven't by chance. No, I'll go run it. Thank you.
FHP might have it.
Yes, sir. No. I wasn't in the accident. When we were coming up, she was already sideways and we almost hit her. Like it happened so quickly.
I got you.
This is my passenger. 50 Cent Union me a favor. We got up here. She gave me her ID. Is it possible that you can just get her ID from her right now?
I believe FHP has it. They're the ones conducting the whole crash and everything like that. So I would assume that they have it, but I'm not.
No, she gave it to me in order for me to call 911.
Okay, do you still have
put
it?
it back in her hand.
Oh, okay.
Because I was trying to keep her alert to make sure she
Yeah, I got
gets
you.
out.
We'll make sure she gets it because the vehicle will be towed and everything like that. So it'll all get worked out. I appreciate you calling. Thank you.
She just said,
And then I just went over to the room and hazards happened, called 911, jumped out of the car, checked out his leg. I got a 134.
I'm so sorry.
You talking about the tourniquet? It would be FHP. I can go get that for you.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Hey, boss man, do you by chance remember exactly the time or approximate time you put the tourniquet on? Right when they showed up? Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. All right, I appreciate it. He said just before y'all pulled up. I don't know the time, but he said just right before y'all pulled up. So whatever time, I guess that was.
Oh, as far as the accident happened?
Oh, no. I thought they said the tourniquet applied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do y'all know what happened? Was she hit? Or?
I don't know. Did you see the gash in her leg?
I see the tourniquet. It seems pretty fast.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was literally laid open, probably about that wide.
It's not a smart time to do it.
No, not at all. Did you see the cut? It was from about right here all the way up to where the tourniquet is, and above the knee part, it was entirely all the way down to the bone and laid open probably about 5 inches wide.
Yeah, the tourniquet's pretty low.
Yeah.
Do we have to do a TO?
No, they'll do it.
Never dealt with FHP Beach.
Yeah, whenever they handle it, it's all them. Yep. We'll be here to assist with like traffic control until they get road rangers here, and then once road rangers, then we'll head out. This road is freaking slick.
You got a lot of stuff in there you want to get in? I got what you need. Thank you.
I almost hit a head on, man. I was right there. Yeah. And I had to swerve around.
So, are you involved?
Hey, can you make sure that she can get in on that side? Because she's my passenger.
I will. Let me make sure that.
I have a barrel there.
Okay, I got you. Let me make sure that FHP doesn't need your guys' information as witnesses and everything like that. They'll be the ones handling the crash. And then as soon as they say you're good to go, we'll get you out of here, okay?
Him. Oh, but you're talking to FHP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, y'all go ahead and start heading that way. So that way we can get you up
I'm
out.
just going to get her belongings out the car and I can leave.
All right.
Is that fine?
I mean, honestly, I would prefer everybody to get off the highway because a lot of
can't go
times
nowhere
we deal
until-
with secondary crashes. All right, and I don't want.
All I want, while you right here, I can just go in the car and get some serious belongings. Like, that's it. So we can move fast.
That's fine.
Just can we have
Wait till
I'll wait till they move. Hello?
I don't know if you saw that laceration on her leg. That's most important is get her out of here.
Yeah. It's from
Hey, if you're not involved, you're good to go, buddy. Appreciate you stopping, man.
Are we good to go?
Are you involved?
No, that's the thing about it. She hit the wall.
Okay, so
And when when he came up, he was breaking the glass to get her out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you guys weren't involved, you're absolutely good to go.
Well, I didn't see exactly how she got in an accident, but all I seen, her lights was on. And since her car is black, I had to really drift my truck around just to avoid it.
And that's you up there? Okay. And there was no other vehicles around when you got here? Was this one?
Just one. She said, well, she told me she, I guess her tires caught under the skid.
So Mr. Gundy took to the steps of the Police Memorial Building on Friday, criticizing what he characterized as dehumanizing behavior of JSO officers. Today I stand before you all to denounce the blatantly false misinformation campaign by a local pastor which seeks to undermine both law enforcement and a societal structure built on the rule of law and belief in personal accountability. On Friday, Mr. Gundy stated, "People lie, and JSO lies." JSO did not lie. He failed to adequately check the facts, and driven by his personal agenda, he spewed a series of falsehoods to undermine the public's trust in the police, which we've been working very hard to restore. This intentionally misguiding manipulation of facts is wrong and dangerous, and I will not remain silent while the truth is buried to advance a particular agenda. Mr. Gundy's call for citizens review boards while raising emotionally driven, factually false allegations of police misconduct explains exactly why I am and will remain opposed to citizens review boards. Investigations should only be based on the facts, not feelings or personal agendas. Finally, I'll save myself for last. Despite Mr. Gundy's repeated claims that I refuse to meet with him, quite the opposite is true. He has my personal phone number. I told Mr. Gundy that I'd be glad to meet with him and to set up a meeting with my assistant in my office. He refused to meet me there. He didn't want to come here and meet me. So in closing, I would urge the public, members of our community strongly, and the media to review the full body worn camera footage for an accurate understanding of the nature and circumstances of this crash investigation. Facts matter 100% of the time. So at this time, I will take any questions that you may have and that I can answer.
Sheriff, why do you believe that Eugene King made this?
I have no idea. I'm absolutely clueless. Actually, I'm really surprised and disappointed because I have no idea, but you saw it. They had no contact with her, very little contact. They didn't stop her. They were encouraging her to go to the hospital. And policemen they would never stop a person from getting medical care. I don't know. That might be a good question for her and Mr. Gundy.
Did she ever try to set up a meeting with you guys after that incident happened, after she was out of the hospital?
Oh, the young lady that was crying on the steps?
Yes.
No, not with me. Not at all. Yes, sir.
FHP trying to get her breathalyzer at the scene? She said that
No, according to their reports, I can't speak for FHP, but according to their reports, there was no breathalyzer, no DUI, no suspicion of DUI. And you would think that it's 1:46 a.m. that might be a part of the question, but I guess when they're there, and this is only speculation by me, I guess they didn't see any signs to indicate such. So.
Sheriff, when you mentioned that Pastor Gundy was trying to get a hold of you beforehand, was that really close to Friday, or how soon was it when all of you?
No, we talked. He and I talked. So let me tell you how this works. A lot of pastors have my phone number, right? They talk when they need something, they'll call, text, and I'm open to that. And I'm open to meeting with anyone. I saw him at the Martin Luther King Jr. breakfast. We talked. He said, I want to get with you. I said, well, I'm good with it because I'm not afraid to talk to anyone. Listen, this is what I'm here for, to stand up and talk, right? Take the bullets when the bullets come when we do something wrong, and stand up here when we want to express how professional this agency is and when our police officers do something wrong and they're wrongfully accused. And I told him that time that let's meet. I said, come on down to the station. Listen, if I ask the mayor for a meeting, I'm not going to tell the mayor to come to my office. I'm going to go see her because I requested the meeting. And ultimately, it's very important for me to have other people around when we meet because I don't want anything that I say in the meeting where I'm sitting there by myself to be misconstrued or presented in a certain way. So I would like for my undersheriff to be around when we have discussions. But he was invited. He just doesn't want to come down here. And here's the thing. I've been to his church before when I was the chief of investigations and discussed a lot of different things with a group of people. So this is not something that I'm opposed to. This is a formal meeting. We want to talk about things. Let's talk about it. But I would encourage the people to do this. If there's a complaint, and if you have a complaint, tell us about it. If we see a video that pops up somewhere and it's the first time we see it, we immediately, I get on the phone and say, to the undersheriff, let's look into this. Let's take a deep dive into this to see what happened. Because it's important for us to do that. But we cannot address problems if there's a problem if you don't tell us. Go ahead.
Would you guys want any apology or anything like that?
No. I think the most important thing I'm trying to get across here is that for some reason, the agendas out there are still trying to push that we are anti-public and anti-taking care of the people of this city. That's absolutely untrue. So I wanted you all to see, I wanted the community to see that is absolutely not true. We love this agency, we love this city, and we're going to make sure we do the things the right way every single time. So when something's brought to our attention, we're going to investigate it. We're going to look at it because I think it's important for us to do, right? You don't show that you're an honest dealer if something's brought to your attention, you don't address it. There's things right now that's been brought to my attention that they're addressing, they're investigating, right? And it's important for us to do that, to make sure that people know that we are very serious about this city, this agency, and making sure our officers perform and do the duties that they're supposed to do at the highest professional level possible. And they did that there. Let me tell you this also. The discussion about moving her car, because I want to make that clear, about moving her car was only because since 2018, there's been 15 secondary crashes just involving the police. That's cars with police lights. She tried to park behind the emergency vehicles, which is a very, very dangerous situation. Normally when people are DUI or they drink and they drive, they are attracted to lights. So we want to avoid that at all costs. So the discussion about moving your car was because of that. We didn't want her to get hit or the person that was inside the car to get hit and create a bigger issue for us. Anything else? Thank you very much.